What up, guys? Carolina Jackpot coming at you. It's Saturday evening. Enjoying this nice weather that we're having in the upstate of South Carolina. A very hot, humid day. I was able to get a lot done, though. Productive day, as a matter of fact. Cheers, by the way. This video is brought to you by Miller Lite and Hurt Feelings. Nah, yeah, it's actually not a football video. I just want to talk about a couple things. Well, we'll touch on some football towards the end, but this stuff, man, that's been going on in these United States of America, especially the cities, bigger cities, smaller cities, and now, as I find out today, our own pretty good sized city close by, Greenville, South Carolina, all this looting and protesting and burning of things, and that is just it don't set right with me. And I know it doesn't set right with a lot of people who view this channel. A lot of y'all who watch this channel, I know, are in the 35 to 44 age range. I know that because on my YouTube analytics, it breaks everything down by a base age of your viewer, and I know who's pretty much watching, and y'all are all pretty much in my same age group, but you know, I'm just going to cut to the chase. These people, they're not people, they're morons. These idiots, these assholes who are out here burning stuff, destroying businesses, throwing rocks through businesses, setting police cars on fire, whatever the hell they're doing. They don't give a damn about that gentleman who got killed. They don't. They don't care about that. All they want to do is, well, what they want to do is be violent, be a badass. It's kind of like the internet or the keyboard warrior syndrome. Like the keyboard warrior on Facebook will talk a bunch of crap about somebody behind their back, or behind the guise of Facebook or Twitter or wherever, without fear of repercussions, because I can't reach through the computer screen and punch you. Just like if you're a member of a mob of 400 people who are setting 3 police cars on fire, there's not a whole heck of a lot that we can do about you, other than just disperse you and hope you go the hell away. They don't care about that, man. They just want an excuse to be violent, and they're using this as a way to grind that axe and satisfy that urge for just being an asshole. And I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right destroying somebody else's property, somebody else's business that they've probably worked pretty damn hard to build up. Probably worked pretty damn hard on it. Somebody probably worked pretty damn hard to construct it. Somebody probably worked pretty damn hard to lay out the engineering plans to build said business. And it's bullshit. It's completely bullshit. Now, I will tell you this. The police presence in this country, it's not what it was. It's not what it was. Not just 10 years ago, 20, 30 years ago. That I can even remember way back. Good Lord. Back in the day, I can remember, cops looking up to them, having a lot of respect for these people. And not to say that you people don't put your lives on the line all the time, and that's not what I'm saying. But there are a good majority of policemen and law enforcement in this country right now that are little pricks. They're a little prick. Yep, I said it. Little prick. How do I put this in perspective? A lot of people that were born after, I would say, about the year 1985 or so, the people that are under 40 right now, a lot of these guys and gals, I mean, they think that maybe not that age range. Maybe you get on up to born after the year, maybe about 1990. I think the world just owes them a living. I mean, they're different than I am, and the vast majority of my contemporaries are. You know, they don't know the value of really working hard or working hard for $1. And that bleeds itself over into some of this police force. I mean, some of it is just, it's absolute and total garbage. You know, they slap a college degree on somebody and think you're fit to go out here, stop, and serve the world. But you're not. And so I believe that some of them manifest their little anger and their little angry fits and their immaturity on people who, yes, they may or may not have committed a crime. You know, they said this dude supposedly passed a counterfeit bill. I don't know. To me, counterfeit $20 bill is not that big of a crime. I mean, it is, but it ain't. And it's easily something, too, that he could say he didn't know anything about. But anyway, I'm not even going to get into that, the nuts and bolts of what happened with that. Everybody's read it. They can formulate your own opinion because the facts really haven't discerned themselves as yet. But it looked to me like the, I'll call him young man, was kneeling on this gentleman was another young prick. Just a prick. And that's why this police force, the color blue in this country, I mean, it's gone to shit. Because I don't think that they are bestowing the same morals in them that they once did. And I can speak for it myself and say that, you know, we call somebody out over in the area where I work at about something, or where I work at. Just go ahead and say it. It's not in the greatest of areas, too. So the police presence there should be pretty concentrated. Well, it ain't. I call somebody out. It takes 25, 30 minutes for somebody to show up. By that time, whatever the situation was has pretty much dissipated itself. Or, or I'm just screwed. There's every crime or potential of a crime, there's something there. There's something there that needs to be investigated. And you need to hustle your ass to come find out what it is. I'm not saying that I know everything about the police logistics. I don't know exactly why you can't get here in a timely manner, but I can't say that every time I call, it takes forever. It takes forever. I've been put on hold by the police department here in this county to talk to someone, which takes 15 to 20 minutes because my call is deemed as not an emergency. And it's a time in this country where a lot of people, they're angry. A lot of people are angry, they're pent up, they're pissed off, they have some frustrations. A lot of people lost their jobs, which is very, very challenging for a lot of people. So there's a source of anger there. A lot of people, they can't do what they want to do. They can't. Their routines have been totally thrown off and messed up. I mean, that's challenging to a lot of people. There are no sports right now. That's challenging to a lot of people too. That sports is good. Sports is something that puts its arms around the masses and gets everybody focused on one thing and takes their mind off the common bad. There's no sports, so you have that drawing people down. But people being destructive assholes, just wanting to join a crowd and fit in and tear something up that belongs to somebody else, especially here in the city where I live in. My family, they wanted to go to Target. They couldn't go to Target tonight to pick something up they wanted to get because there was a threat on Facebook that that something was going to go down at Target. So there you go. Couldn't go to Target. We gotta go. We can't go do what we want to do because of this kind of garbage. So the people in the country need to come together. I don't have the magic solution. But people need to start being more respectful to each other. They need to be nicer to each other. If you're an officer, you need to uphold that to the highest extent possible, and don't abuse your authority. Don't abuse the privileges. And don't abuse what was given to you. if you become arrested, if you get into that situation, don't resist it. Just do what they tell you to do. Things will be happening to you. Once upon a time, Carolina Jackpot got in some trouble. I did what I was told, and all was taken care of with minor damages. I wanted to tell you my business there, but I just think those things, just thinking and using a little bit more common sense would be so beneficial in this day and age. There's no excuse for people dying at the hands of the police that don't need to die, and there's no excuse for a lot of things that happen in our world right now. Some things we can point a finger at. We can point a finger at why we haven't had any conference championships at the University of South Carolina since 1969. Maybe because we had crappy coaches and they haven't gotten people up to play. And we've had some bad luck, too, sprinkled here and there. I can explain that one away. I can't explain some of the events of these days now away. I just cannot and don't have the answer. But if you haven't been subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you all get the videos. Get the videos from Carolina Jackpot. I've got working on some college football videos right now. CBS Sports released a 2020 breakdown wins and losses for each team in the SEC. Probably did it for the other conferences as well, so I'm going to go over those. These won't replace my official predictions. I haven't been able to get my hand on the magazines yet, so I can really dive into people's rosters. But I'm going to go over those CBS totals for the SEC teams. I'm going to do the Western Division first, and I'm going to do the Eastern Division second. And I am also going to do a video next week at some point in time on my top 5 young men to replace Will Muschamp if he is indeed fired at the end of the 2020 season from his lofty position as head coach at the University of South Carolina, which I think we all agree probably needs to happen sooner or later. All right, so that's what's coming up on the channel. Be nice to each other, guys. Support your brothers, your sisters, your fellow Americans, because that's what this is. This is America. This is one country. We need to be divided, or we need to be united. I'm sorry, not divided. And that's about all I got to say about that. I appreciate y'all. Love you. Peace, and I'm out. Go Gamecocks. Fire boom. Quickly. Woo!